Why are we eating all this meat every day? That's what I don't understand. You know, if you did a little research into our history, you would find that, the Native Americans, they lived mostly on corn and beans. They were farmers. They taught the Pilgrims how to plant corn, and they used fish as fertilizer. And if you look at our ancestors and what they actually ate, you'll realize that a lot of them, from my understanding, is that they ate animal foods to survive. Okay, if you're hungry, you gotta eat something, and if you live in an environment where there isn't a lot of plant foods available, your next best option for food is going to be that of killing an animal. But see, when they killed an animal, that animal was wild. It was eating its natural diet. It was free. It was free to roam around. And they gave thanks when they shot the animal. And they used the whole animal. That's a lot different than what's taking place today. What's taking place today is people are going to KFC, McDonald's, Ponderosa, and XYZ restaurants, sitting down and eating a plate of meat, which they have no idea where it came from, and they're putting their complete faith and trust in some cook who's probably pouring on all these chemicals like MSG to enhance the flavor, but failing to realize that it's a neurotoxin and making them dumber and contributing to degenerative dementia. So, not everything is peachy and rosy and glorious and good today in the world. There's a lot of corruption in the world. People aren't out for your best interest, okay? You have to take the responsibility into your own hands and research these things and make good food choices for yourself if you honestly do care about yourself. If you really honestly care about yourself, you only want to put the very best inside of you. You won't want to be eating meat that's come from factory farms where the animals were fed high diets of grain and, were given antibiotics and stuff. And where the animals were just, treated inhumanely like crazy. Like I've read that, like, chickens that come from KFC, okay, they take these chickens and they just throw them against the wall, And while they're doing all of this cruel treatment to the animals, they actually get enjoyment out of it. They're laughing, and they think it's funny and all this stuff. But if you were to do that to, say, your pet, like your dog or your cat, heck, you'd get in trouble with the law. But people aren't getting in trouble with the law if they go do that to a cow or a chicken. What's so different about a cow or a chicken versus a dog or a cat? It's just that we've selected a couple animals, okay, out there and made them our pets. But the heck with all the other animals. We'll just massively treat them like crap. And like, why don't we eat cat? Why don't we eat dog? In other countries, they do. But in America, we've been conditioned to eat only a few select animals. Cow. Certain types of fish. Certain types of birds. Why don't we eat robins or, there's all kinds of different birds. My point is, why only eat certain, kinds of animals? The Native Americans, if you really want to be ancestral about it and primal about it, eat a large variety of different animals and hunt them yourself in the wild. That's being primal. And then eat the animals raw. Like the Eskimo. Eskimo means eater of raw meat. But most people don't like eating raw meat, you know, because our human natural instincts is kind of, you know, stay away from that. You know, it doesn't taste really good. It doesn't look really good, you know. It's not very appealing to our senses. And then if you think about it, we have to kill an animal with tools. Yeah, we're more intelligent than other creatures, and so we make tools as weapons to kill the animal. But if you look at our own body makeup, you know, we aren't really a carnivore. You know, I know I couldn't just jump on top of a cow and bite into it and rip it apart with my bare hands, you know, and just bite into it with my teeth. I'd probably break my tooth off if I tried doing that, because the cowhide's so strong. And it would be disgusting too, like biting into all that fur. Ugh. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. And like I say, like true carnivores, okay, they eat the whole animal raw. What do? We kill the animal and then we cook it. We cook the meat. And then we add all these flavors on it because we want to disguise the true flavor of the meat before it was cooked. Because we wouldn't want to eat that anyways. If you talk to most average people that aren't even into the healthy thing, they'd be like, what? Raw meat? Ugh, that's crazy, you know, that's dangerous. Gee, maybe you're onto something. If it's dangerous when it's raw, why is it so good after it's cooked? Because when you cook something, you destroy more of what originally it was. Right? You're just destroying more of the amino acids, you're destroying more of the vitamins, the minerals, all that stuff that makes something good and health promoting. So, and I mean, it's true too, like if you look at it, the Eskimos, before the white man came, they ate almost exclusively raw fish and stuff, and they lived about 80. So when the white man came and they brought their stoves and stuff, then they started dying of around 40. Most populations that consume a large animal-based diet don't live very long lives, whereas people that are eating almost exclusively plant-based, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables, things that have antioxidants in it that help fight oxidation, that help fight inflammation, that help fight the aging process, okay, are living beyond 100 years old in very good health, like the Okinawans. You know, it's not rocket scientists, and they treat the animal products like pork, fish, as condiments. They don't eat them every day like Americans do, because they aren't brainwashed, okay? And the other thing, America is just about big corporations, big business, more money, you know, so there's other interests, see, behind all of this. So, you know, like I say, these people going to the restaurant, sitting down, you know, they don't know one thing about health. They really don't. They've been led to believe that this is important for them, and that if they don't eat the meat, they're going to fall over dead, or they're not going to build muscle, you know, which is ridiculous. You don't have to eat meat in order to put meat on you. Because look at the elephant, you know. And certainly the elephant, you know, that's its own genetic blueprint. You know, elephants are naturally large creatures. But still, you get protein from plants, amino acids. It's in everything that we eat. And it's best to get those amino acids in their natural raw state, okay? Such as like hemp seed, chia seeds, things like that. So, you know, it's sick. It really is sick what's happened, you know, today with our food and with the inhumane treating of animals. It's just really disgusting. But it goes hand in hand, you know, with the economic trouble that we're in, the trouble that we're in with the country. It all goes hand in hand, you know. And I think eventually more and more people are going to start waking up to this, this realization that, hey, maybe I shouldn't be drinking milk and eating meat at every meal, Maybe that's contributing to putting more weight on me. Because most of these people that I see that are eating all this, paleo diet or what have you, they're gaining a lot of weight, they're big, they're putting on the fat, and they are increasing their age because they aren't using moderation. Again, it's all about moderation. People go extreme. Okay, they learn about the paleo diet and they think they gotta eat all this meat, they drink all this milk, eat all these eggs. I've been there, I've done that, I know. And it's not using wisdom. For one thing, all of us eat far more food than we actually require every day anyways. I believe it's in Africa, they only eat 1 or 2 meals a day. Where here, we're eating a ton of meals every day. So we're really overfeeding ourselves. And that's probably contributing to a lot of the problems that we have as well. So we have to be very health conscious of all of these things if we're to expect to become healthier as humans.